All right, we are back from break. It is Monday, April 8th. The June Lake bus is late, which means it's only Andres and Jose today. This video is for the rest of the class. Today's date is Monday, as I said, April 8th, 4/8, 2019. All right, so today is our final lesson in Unit 14. Tomorrow is our test. That means today we have two homework assignments, one practicing 14-4 and one a practice test. It is literally the same test but with different numbers. I just switch all the numbers. All right, so this is our rule from 14-3, which was over a week ago now. But whenever I'm multiplying two polynomials, ax to the n times bx to the m, do either of you two remember what this equals?
Maybe like
abx to the power of?
n plus n.
There it is. Jose has it. ab times x to the power of n plus m. If I come back over here, Jose is going to be racking up xp. It's basically everyone except for Andres and Jose can go like this. Chunk, chunk, chunk. That way it's really easy to find the two of you. Back and forth. All right. Yeah, so that's down our notes. And the rule in words also from 14-3, when multiplying polynomials, I do what with the coefficients? I do what with this a and this b? What do I do with those a and b? Oh, careful, what do we do right here? So we had a, and then what is happening on this side? Are they being added? Are they being divided? What's going on? Yeah, multiply. Multiply those coefficients. Again, coefficients are those numbers in front of that x term, so Jose is getting even more xp. And then what do you do to the exponents? I had m and n, and you add them. All right. So this is the way that Mr. Sindel multiplies numbers in his head. I'm going to show you this cool method. You might have already seen it before. So 23, I can rewrite that as 20 plus 3. Nod our heads in agreement. 23, yeah, that's 20 plus 3. We passed, what is that, first grade, kindergarten, somewhere around there. And 13 is 10 plus 3. I could have also rewritten this as, like, if I had maybe like 17, I could have done 20 minus 3. You can do minus signs too. You don't have to do plus signs. And then I'm going to rewrite those on the sides of this square. So I have 20 plus 3, 10 plus 3. I'm going to multiply these two numbers. And pay attention to the form here. I have 20 plus 3, but down here I'm going to have a 2x minus 1. So it's very similar. This is called advanced distributing because I'm distributing 20 times 10, 20 times 3, 3 times 10, 3 times 3. That's what I'm doing in this box right here. This column is going to be multiplied by this row. So can someone tell me what is 20 times 10 for this box? 20 times 10 is 200. All right, Andres, you want to do a few for us? 3 times 10?
30.
What goes in this cell right here?
20 times 3?
Yep. Which is?
50?
No.
No.
2 times 3?
60.
There it is. And then finally, Andres, 3 times 3?
9.
There it is. Fill them all in for us. Nice, nice. All right. So, and then I just add this all together. So I use this length right here for a side, this length for the other side. So I have the sides in white. And then in gray, that's where you just add everything. I just add all of these numbers together. Well, what's 20 plus 30 plus 60 plus 9? Well, 30 plus 60, that's these two diagonals, 90, 290.
Oh, 299.
Therefore, this is equal to 299. Once I get to this gray box, you just add everything. And we know how to add everything. That's from lessons 14-1 and 14-2. By the way, these diagonals do draw this mark. Those two diagonals should always be like terms if these are in the correct order. So draw this little diagonal right here. These two should add up very similarly. And you can actually check this as well. If I do 23 times 13, it is 299. So that's a quicker way and a more straightforward way rather than going 23, 13, you do 3 times 3, 9, then you do this direction, then this direction, then this direction. That always gets me confused, but in my head, I can do this method. So let's see that over here. So the first method is using these guys without the square. It's called FOIL. Have you heard of FOIL before? FOIL? Okay, you'll be hearing FOIL a lot. It's the fastest way of multiplying, and it's what I highly recommend doing if you're ever taking the SAT, which is that time test that you need to do to get into the four-year university. If you're going to community college, you don't have to do it, though. So foiling. FOIL stands for first, outer, O-U-T-E-R, inner, and finally, last. So it's an acronym. Acronym is just taking the first letters of the words. This acronym, first, outer, inner, last, FOIL. So I'm going to multiply the first two together. The first and the first. 2x and 3x. What is 2x times 3x?
6x.
6x. 6x. How many x's do we have? We have x to the power of 1, x to the power of 1. I add the exponents.
Power of 2.
There it is. 6x to the power of 2. Both of you are selected, so I can give both of you the 50. All right. We'll go back and forth. We'll give Jose this one. I'm going to do outer. Outer means 2x and 4. Those are the two outer. So what's 2x times 4?
So 8x.
It is 8x plus 8x. That was the outer. I'm just going through each of these as a checklist. Checked off the first, checked off the outer. I'm on to inner, Andres. How do I do the inner? So it's going to be
Negative 1.
negative 1 times,
3x.
okay, and that is what?
Negative 3x.
Negative 3x. So far, so good. Thank you, thank you. Racking up the XP. And finally, Jose, last, negative 1 times this, negative, or, yeah, that is negative 4. And notice here that after I FOIL, usually what happens is these two middle terms should be like terms. Andres, can you simplify that for me, adding those two like terms to simplify this?
Okay, so 8x minus 3.
Yep, what does that turn into?
5x.
It is indeed 5x. And then I'm going to copy down the rest of it. I had this minus 4 on the right and this 6x squared being added to the rest of that. So that is my answer. When I'm asked to multiply binomials, binomials again meaning there are two terms here, and I'm multiplying those together. I'm multiplying binomials, thus the title of our lesson. This is how I do it. I can use FOIL or I can use the box method. It is up to you. This is one of those times where I give you two different tools and you get to use whichever one you like the best. FOIL is fastest, but it doesn't help you when you hit Algebra 2. In Algebra 2, we will always be using the box method. On the SAT, you will almost always be using FOIL. So you might want to just learn both of them because you're going to have to be using them both for the rest of your mathematical career. So the box method. All right, who wants to help me set it up? What did we do with these side numbers? I have 20 plus 3, and I put it up here. Now I have this 2x minus 1. Where should I put it? Okay, so 2x minus 1. And then, Andres, what am I going to write on the side over here?
3x.
3x and 4. There it is, yeah. Both of you, I can hit all, and then just do plus. All right. Now I need to do the same thing where I multiply this column by this row. So 2x times 3x, we actually did it up here, but 2x times 3x is
6x.
to the power of 2. Yeah, make sure you get that one there too. Let's shout these out. Negative 1 times 3x.
Negative 3x.
Perfect. 2x times 4.
8x.
8x. And negative 1 times 4.
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Hey, check that out. After you finish writing that down, look at how these cells correlate to foiling. 6x squared, 6x squared, 8x, 8x, negative 3x, negative 3x, negative 4, negative 4. They all match up. This is just another way of doing the same thing. And now, I told you to write this diagonal for a reason. This diagonal, these terms should generally be the same if they're written in the correct order. If I did 1 or negative 1 and 2x, if I flip these two around, then that's not going to be the case. But if it is written in the correct order, then it should have these diagonals matching. This 8x minus 3x, Andres told it to us last time, added up to, who wants to?
5x.
5x. So it's going to be 6x squared. I'm just rewriting this one. I know that these are like terms. 8x minus 3x, Andres just told me again, it is plus 5x. And finally, minus 4. And it is the same answer using a different tool. Fist of 5, how well are we following? Okay. Any questions thus far? We're going to start in examples. All right, example 1. I need to multiply these two binomials. What method do you guys want to try? I'll just stick with you guys. You want to try foiling or boxing? Foil, and then we can do the box for the next one maybe, yeah? All right, foil. So, tell me what to do. First, and that is what? Ooh, careful. So I have a 1 in front of the x. I multiply the coefficients. 1 times negative 7. Negative 7, yep. And then this is x to the power of 1, x to the power of 1. And what am I going to do with those exponents?
So power of 2.
Yep, add them to the power of 2. You both got that. Make sure that I'm just keeping track of you guys. Next.
X cubed.
Outer. Yes, so these outer x, outer 3, x times 3. 3x. Jose has it. Okay, Andres, what's next?
Negative 2 plus, well, yeah, plus negative 7x.
You actually multiply, yeah, so negative 2 times negative 7x, and that is
14x.
positive or negative? Positive 14x. Thank you, thank you. And who wants to do the last one? Yeah, so last and last, and that is negative 6. Okay, am I done? No. What do I need to do?
Simplify.
Simplify. And how am I going to simplify?
You have to. So the middle ones are going to be like terms.
The middle are like terms. Yeah, this 3x and 14x, and those are like terms. And add to 17x. And then rewrite the rest of it. So these two just combine to 17x. Now I have minus 6 and minus 7x squared being added to the rest of this box, our final answer. I know that my work is a little bit sloppy. I could have nicer handwriting, but there it is. All right. And we're on to the backside, example 2. All right, let's try box for this one. So if I'm doing a box, I have to draw my box out first, and then I'm going to separate it and then add little lines out to the sides here. That's the best way to do a quick box. All right, what binomial should be on the top? The negative 4, yeah. And it doesn't have to be on top. I could put that on the side. It doesn't matter the order, but yeah, let's just randomly say, yeah, 8y minus 4 on the top, and then on the left, Jose, I'm going to put 9y and 5. All right, that's a bad 5. I can try better. There we go. All right, Jose set up our box for us. All right, let's do shout outs here. 8 times 9 is
72.
It's going to be y to the power of 2. Yeah, Jose's on that. Let's go and figure out what goes in this cell right here. To the right. Negative 36, y, and 40y. And then finally, negative 20. All right, and we are going to add the diagonals. And Andres, tell us the answer.
Wait, let me just.
Are you catching up? Okay.
Add the diagonals.
Yep, add the diagonals and give me the entire answer with that 72y squared in there.
4y.
So I'm going to have 4y in the center.
Yeah, 4y in the center.
72y squared, right?
Oh yeah, 72y squared.
And
then
I'm forgetting.
minus 20.
And then minus 20. And box it. Nice.